Showtime. Okay, we're live. All right, let's get some people in here. I don't know if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. All right. I'm Spiritual Dhruv, and I'm also a YouTuber who talks about motivation, nofap, spirituality, and everything. And yeah, thanks for having me, Jordan.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for being on.
For sure.
Just trying to bring the community together. I didn't used to like be big on collabs, but
Mm-hmm.
now I'm just more trying to bridge those gaps
Right.
because I feel like self development and spirituality and all of that. Part of it is like being by yourself and doing like the inner work, but part of it is also developing like strong connections with like-minded people who will
Exactly.
also, help you develop. So I feel like if I can, everybody wins in this scenario because I meet somebody new, my supporters, they get to see somebody new and see a different perspective from mine. And, the other person, like everyone gets exposure. It's no reason not to.
Yeah,
There's no reason
exactly.
not to. So.
And the thing is, bro, I mean, the age we're at and the things we're doing, there's really no one else. Like, I don't know many people in person. So a lot of the connections I've been making has been over social media, YouTube. So that's why I started doing collabs too, because, a lot of people like hearing this stuff and, to find like-minded people, it's kind of hard. So going online and connecting online is a lot better to do.
Exactly. So, for anyone just joining in, we're going to be streaming for about 30 minutes. I know the title says, spirituality, retention, and all of that, but whatever you guys want to know, any advice that you guys need, you guys are, regulars to my streams. So it's the same format as any of my other streams. Just ask us questions, and we're going to give you guys the best free game that we could possibly give you. So
Okay, let's see. Someone's asking about meditation. Do we listen to any frequencies? Do you listen to frequencies when you meditate?
Not particularly, no. I usually try to meditate in silence if I can, or just, with the sounds of nature. There were times when I would meditate with music, like, maybe 432 hertz, things like that, or just like any type of music to invoke a specific emotion. And I think that that's very, like, it's very, very potent when it comes to visualization and manifestation, because, it's all about the feelings that you feel. So,
Agreed.
that's like a little cheat code that I feel like not a lot of people know about. I don't know about
Right.
you.
See, the thing is, when you meditate, you got to be making sure you're listening to something that evokes calm and like peace. Because like, even though there's 432 hertz and stuff, if you're listening to rap songs, which is all about, which is, all those words, and it's always talking about sex and all this shit, it's just gonna go in your subconscious mind. That's not exactly what you should be meditating to. Personally, I meditate to mantras because I'm Hindu and I listen to like mantras for that, and that's really good. It could be because of the whole vibration of it. But it's better to meditate in silence when you begin, because it's going to mainly, the whole point is to focus on, your breath and to get rid of negative thoughts.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Actually, could you like go a little deeper on like, Hinduism and spirituality? Because I know Eastern religions are usually more spiritual in nature.
Right.
But I myself, I'm not very familiar with that. And I want to know, like, just sell people on it. Tell us
Oh yeah, for sure, bro.
everything about it.
So here's the thing. The thing with Hinduism is, the Hinduism that many people practice now, it's just the mainstream Hinduism these days is not what Hinduism is really about. Hinduism is truly just about, it's like a way of life more than a religion. It's more about, connecting with yourself as a person and just focusing on the better things in life, just being a good person overall, making healthy choices, right? And, not letting instant gratifications like take control of you or something. If anyone here like knows Lord Shiva, he's like an Indian god, right? And that's the mantras I meditate to. And the thing is, I've been seeing in comments of those mantras that a lot of people who aren't Indian, they're just like starting to follow Lord Shiva and stuff because they're like, whoa, this is the vibration's amazing and what Lord Shiva represents, right? And I think a lot of people are straying towards Hinduism now and its virtues because, spirituality is becoming so big, right? Which I think is really interesting. And yeah, Buddhism is also a lot more spiritual than Hinduism, and yeah, it's pretty awesome too, I'd say.
No, that's really, really dope, man. That's really dope. I love when people can, I feel like sometimes there can be an artificial gap between religion and spirituality,
Right.
especially when it comes to Western religion. Christianity, like some people think of spirituality as evil or, things like that, which everyone's entitled to their opinion. If that's what you believe, then I'm not here to judge you. But I do love when people can find ways to integrate them, because I feel like when you do that, it enhances both things. It makes your religion deeper, and it makes your spiritual side deeper, because you develop a stronger connection to, whoever you believe the creator to be.
Agreed. Well said. Yeah, I mean, Hinduism and Buddhism are both spiritual religions. So it's like you said, it's just a great way. It's just a great combination of it both. Let's see. Someone's been saying retaining 3 weeks and you still feel off. So here's the thing about that. I mean, benefits really don't come overnight. It's just you should give it time. It's different for everyone. Some people experience benefits like right away, but it's all about your mindset, how you've been treating your health this whole time. Just give it time. Everyone's body's different and everyone's mind is different. So just make sure you're just staying focused, right? And the benefits will come. Don't worry about that too much.
Exactly. That's what people have to understand. Like, it's a gradual process.
Agreed.
And it's hard to really like see the benefits if you're not keeping track of them, because you're naturally going to adapt. Your mind's going to adapt to that new state of being. I say usually people will notice the benefits when they're gone. That's, what I experienced when
Right.
I stopped doing retention, when I stopped doing NoFap, I saw a sharp decline in my, my ambition, my motivation, my drive. Like, I lost my edge. I lost my intensity. And, I was just burnt out at all times, no matter what I was doing. I was just burnt out, like living. It was almost like being depressed.
Exactly.
And
the whole change of your lifestyle, retaining just makes you so disciplined, as people in the comments are saying. Everything changes, right? The way you live, you just change in every aspect.
Exactly.
I mean,
And it's you got to appreciate it before, because if you don't appreciate it, once it's gone, it's like, man, it's hard to get back in that state of mind. Like, I'm still like building myself back up to that right now.
Yeah, I feel you. I've been on semen retention for over 600 days now, and I just can't imagine going back to a life without retaining, bro. I just can't do it. It's just because it's just changed everything, man. Honestly, just the discipline it gives you. I mean, do you also take cold showers?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, because cold showers are amazing for discipline. Like being on this journey for so long, I just don't care about instant gratification. I don't need instant pleasure. I don't need anything to make me feel good, like with the snap, because it teaches you to be happy with life overall. You always just feel so good, right? So you're not going to need those little things like, oh, I want to feel good for a few minutes, but it's okay if I feel like shit after. So yeah, it's just more about the delayed gratification and setting aside those things.
Yeah, you have to see the bigger picture. I feel like for me, like when it came to NoFap and things like that, there was always that moment right before where I was like, is it worth it? And the answer was always no.
Yep.
And so it's like, and I think that that's where the guilt comes from. It's like, because that is not good for you. You know that you deserve better and that you're capable of better. Exactly. So, it really changes the way that you perceive yourself.
Right. And Jordan just made a good point, y'all. I mean, if you're on NoFap and really struggling and about to relapse or whatever, like, ask yourself, honestly, is it worth it? How am I feeling right? Ask yourself, how are you feeling at that moment? Are you feeling good? And think, are you really going to get anything out of relapsing other than just feeling good for like a few minutes, few seconds, and then you feel like crap again? You're going to feel so guilty and regret it afterwards, right? So it's all about, I guess, this journey of self-betterment makes you, I don't know, it makes you think before you act, right? Instead of just acting, you're able to, balance whatever actions you're about to take and do whatever's best.
Exactly. It's all about balance. What's your, I want to know, like, what are your thoughts on, or how do I put this? How do you approach retention? Like, say, for example, I don't know if you're in a relationship or not.
I'm not right now.
Okay, so let's assume that you meet the girl of your dreams tomorrow, right? How would you approach that? Would you still stay on retention in that case, or would you, try to do it in moderation, or what's your take on that?
Okay, so here's the thing. What's interesting is the reason why what made me start this whole journey is a really toxic relationship, and that taught me that all those things it's not worth it unless it's with the right person, and I should just be focusing on myself. So a bad relationship is what made me who I am now. And if I were to meet the right female tomorrow and be with her or something, I still would want to be on semen retention because I believe I would want to spend a lot of time getting to know her first and focus on like the relationship, and then put sex like at the top instead of making it something just build up to it, because you got to realize when you don't have sex when in a relationship, you build that sexual chemistry, like it never goes away. So the more you build that chemistry, like you're going to want it so bad, but when you keep telling yourself not to do it, it's just going to build that connection even more. And you should wait till a point where you both are so connected with each other, like you can't get more connected unless you have sex. So that's what I would do.
No, that's actually a very great way of looking at it.
Right.
And, I feel like it's a very rare mindset to have, especially amongst men our age, not prioritizing sex.
Yeah.
A lot of men are really looking for sex and nothing else.
Right.
And
Exactly.
it always boggled my mind. Like, I never understood the concept of that because it's like, it's empty pleasure. It's instant gratification.
Exactly.
And yeah, like I don't get it.
And bro, honestly, I'm the kind of guy who I don't need pleasure at all. Like, dude, I just don't need pleasure. So even if I were to have sex, the whole point of it, which is to please my woman, because I don't need any of that. I don't need pleasure. I don't crave it at all. Like, I just don't need any gratification in any way. So the thing is, basically, my mindset is to put this energy out there for other people, because that's why I don't know, man. Like, because of how society is now and how we're programmed is because of porn, social media, and stuff. I feel like everyone will just want sex. They think sex is all the meaning there is, right? And I feel like that's why so many people have toxic relationships, because instead of prioritizing connecting with each other and caring for each other, they're just focused on I don't know, just objectifying each other because of the way society is, right? Which is unfortunate. I mean, I see a lot of people in really toxic relationships around me because of that very reason. They just don't know that sex is a really important thing and it's not something you should waste.
Yeah, exactly. Man, when it comes to retention, it took me a while to kind of like figure out that, you can be in a relationship and still be on retention at the same
Exactly.
time.
Yeah.
And, and even you can even like, have intercourse and still be on retention,
Yeah.
at the same time.
You just don't bust a nut. It's where you focus.
Exactly.
Instead of focusing on getting an orgasm, you focus on connection, and you have to have really strong breathing techniques. So you have to be able to breathe like really controlled, so you don't bust. Like when you get to the point of climax, instead of ejaculating, you just send that energy back up your spine. And your woman can do that too. Yeah, it is possible to be on semen retention and still have sex, but it sounds really hard to do that though. To not bust a nut, it sounds hard. I gotta say. So I guess you got to be really, really, really in control of your body to do that.
Yeah, I think it depends on your body. For me, it's honestly not that difficult.
Okay.
But it's like for some people, Minutemen, as some might call them,
right.
it's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to kind of like work your way up to that, and you need to have a very patient woman with you if you're gonna do something like that. If you're gonna do retention in any capacity. So that's like honestly to me, that's a great way to like test, how solid your woman actually is.
Exactly.
If she's willing to deal with that and to be patient through that process,
Mm-hmm.
you got yourself a good one right there.
Yeah. And the thing is, dude, I mean, if we have that mindset, I mean, think about it like this. If I have that mindset to not put these to think the way I do, I'm sure I'll find a woman who thinks the same way I do, right? There's no point of like, I don't know, compromising and being with a woman and saying, oh, it's okay if she doesn't think the way I do. It's okay. If you're like this, you'll find this person like that. Just wait for the right person, right? There's no rush. I mean, the more you work on yourself, the better person you'll be and the better relationship you'll get at the end of the day. That delayed gratification, it's all about delayed gratification. Wait for the prize at the end. Don't just fall for these little things. Right?
Exactly. Like true love, in my opinion, is worth the wait. It'll always be worth the wait.
Of course.
I waited 20 years to be in a relationship.
And I really respect you, bro.
And
I respect that.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. It's like, I wouldn't have had it any other way looking back on it, because it's like, it was worth it to find somebody when I'm at my high point as opposed to my low point.
Exactly.
because I'm able to have a secure attachment to that person where, I'm able to enjoy the connection for what it is, but not lose myself in that connection. And, I think that that's very important. I want to know something real quick. What are your thoughts on red pill, just generally speaking? Yeah.
So yeah, I mean the thing is, there's just waking up, I guess, to the truth around us. I guess there's just so many different levels to it. You can like taking the red pill, I'd say, as people say, the red pill community or whatever.
Yeah.
There's like some people out there who are like questioning every single thing, right? And there's some people, I'd say, if you even go on NoFap, you've woken up. You realize that you've been inhibiting yourself this whole time. There's just so many levels. And before anything else, if you're any guy on NoFap or semen retention, if you're struggling, if you're doing that, you already are amongst a very small group of men in this world, right? You've already taken a big step. No matter if you're struggling or not, you have my respect. I respect any man who's trying it because it's almost impossible to quit. And it takes a lot of mental toughness to do so, right?
Yeah.
There's just so many levels. It's just that you got to, I don't know, try to figure out more truth in life, depending on basically what suits your mentality, I'd say.
Yeah, I love your answer. I haven't heard anyone else put it like that. To me, red pill is a very broad thing. Okay, anyone who's actually watched The Matrix, that it goes a lot deeper than just women. It goes a hell of a lot deeper than just female nature and things like that. It's about life. Okay, it's about life itself and realizing your power as a creator. And you have to find that power within yourself by developing self-discipline and self-respect. And that's where things like NoFap come in and other self-improvement tactics.
Exactly. And here's the thing here. See, there's a misconception that here's the thing. A lot of people who learn about these things, they're like, it's way too late. Like they're in their late 20s or in their 30s or something, and they wasted so many years and they have so many regrets. You got to realize the earlier you start, the better it is. I mean, I'm 19, Jordan's 21. We're both super young. We decided to start early because, like, look, if you can make the right choices now, you're basically setting yourself up for success. You understand? I mean, you won't have any regrets. You won't have any failures, and you're setting yourself aside to be like a winner, right? You're not going to make these mistakes and like these actions are not happening because you're forced to take them. These actions are happening because you willingly decided to take the harder route and be more successful in life.
Exactly. Adversity builds character. That's something that I say a lot. Adversity is, it forces you to expand, and you have to expand to make room for the things that you want out of life. So with that being said, I know you're 19 years old. I want to know, like, what are some of your goals in life, just generally speaking? What do you think that your purpose is?
I mean, my biggest purpose is definitely to continue to change millions of people's lives, right? My purpose, I'm like, I'm like a leader. I see myself as a leader, and I have so many people like looking up to me for advice and stuff. And so that really makes me hold myself accountable to be the best version of myself every day, because a lot of people depend on me. A lot of people look up to me for as an example, right? So I gotta do that. And also, I just want to be a very successful entrepreneur. Like I want to do what I'm best at, like on YouTube and with cars, a lot of things like that. Like I just see myself as someone who is here to change things, to change the world around me. So yeah, I mean, I just have really big ambitions.
Yeah, I feel that 100%, and it's hard to explain to people that don't think big, especially for those of you guys who don't know, we both stay kind of in the same area. Where we live, there aren't that many people like us. There aren't that many people, creating content. If you go outside with the camera, people are going to look at you.
Yeah, exactly.
People are going to be like, oh, like, what is this guy doing? I've been through that. Okay. Mm-hmm. I've been through that, doing public interviews, all of that. Yep. I've gotten all the questions, but I think it's important to not let other people's limitations hold you back.
Exactly. I don't know, bro. Wherever the area which we're in, it's not a really social media heavy area. So that's why it feels like that. I mean, Jordan's probably the first person like I met online who lives in the area I do. Everyone else is like, I don't know, in New York or something like that. It's just, I don't know why. It's kind of strange. But yeah.
I think it's just the culture that we were brought up in. And I'm sure a lot of people watching this can relate to that. You know, like, because honestly, most people, like most places these days, even though social media is bigger than it's ever been, a lot of people still have, you know, those doubts about social media. And, you know, they still think that college and the 9 to 5, which I don't know if you're in college or not, but
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So like, you know, they'll think college and the 9 to 5 is the only path to stability. And, you know, people don't understand the power and the influence that one can generate with just a camera and a computer, or even just a phone. Like
Exactly.
it's crazy. Like people can change the world from their room.
I know, exactly. And the thing is, dude, y'all, society's holding us back, you know? We've been programmed to think from like a young age, going to school and everything, that we won't be successful unless we do what everyone else does. What school does, it puts you in a box. It makes everyone take the same things. It makes you it kills your creativity, and you're programmed to think that you won't be successful unless you work for someone for 8-10 hours a day. But they never teach us how to be an entrepreneur. They never teach us how to change things on our own. Why don't we ever learn about entrepreneurship? Think about that, right?
Facts. Exactly, dude.
They
Like
never teach us about that.
they don't teach you any of that, because like, and it's not even just like what they teach you, it's how they teach it to you. You know, it's in the little things, you know, the bells and lunchtime and just having to ask to do anything. You know,
Yeah.
they are in control of your life for those 8 hours of the day.
Yeah.
And you know that, like, for me personally, when I got to college, I think I was maybe a little bit younger than you. I was like 18.
Mm-hmm.
And I had an epiphany. You know, I realized that, damn, like this is going to be my life for like the next like 40 years. Like I'm gonna have to keep doing this. And that's where, you know, depression and things like that started to kick in. I just couldn't do it. You know, some people, I applaud people that have the strength, you know, because I think it takes courage to follow your dreams, but it takes a certain level of mental fortitude to not follow your dreams and just do like what you hate doing every single day.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Is Dhruv in college? I'm asking because he's brown. I know how brown parents. Yeah, I mean, if you're brown, their parents are gonna probably kick you out if you say you're not gonna college. It's impossible to be brown and not go to college. I mean, that's just how it is. But I mean, like, see, I like college, but the thing is, it's just, I mean, I like college, and it's just not. But the thing is, you shouldn't just be like, oh, with college is the only thing that I'm talented at. That's not true. The thing is, people need to realize that they gotta not only work with their college or whatever, but work on their other hobbies and other interests and other things. Like, have multiple plans, right? I mean, the thing is, with people our age, bro, in college and stuff, all they do is, like, everyone our age, bro, all they care about is getting drunk, getting high, getting wasted, and then sex, meaningless relationships, and then just doing their homework and shit. But once college is over, it's gonna hit them hard. Like, once college is over, oh shit, I can't get high anymore. What am I gonna do? Like, they're just never planning for the future. Everyone just lives in the present with this instant gratification, but they don't think about the bigger picture, which is the biggest problem, right?
Exactly.
They may think we're crazy now. Like, people probably think we're crazy, but in a few years they're gonna be like, oh shit, you're right. I'm like, yeah, it's too late now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And like, not even that, but just like loans too. Like people are pulling out 5-figure loans.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Just
crazy.
the party. Like, you have to really think about that. And like people, I don't know, I feel like we're kind of the first generation to really have that issue. You know, where like I feel like you know, the price of tuition isn't, I don't know how to put it.
It's just going up.
It's
growing down.
Yeah, like it's growing faster than the rate of than, you know, salaries are growing.
Exactly.
And it's like people are not going to be able to pay off these loans.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you really have to know what you're doing in college. That's one thing that I would tell anyone. You know, they told me in school that if you don't know what you want to do, like, you know, you can still go to college and figure it out. In my experience, that's not true. Like, if you don't know, because it's like, dude, yeah, dude, like, if you change your major, like, people don't realize, like, if you change your major, like, dude, you have to, like, that sets you back. Like, that sets you back more. So now you have to pay for more classes and everything.
And here's the thing, like, look, think about it. Almost everyone, once high school's over, they're so confused. They don't know what to do. And that shows us the level of education we're receiving. We're all learning the same shit. And most of it, I don't remember anything from high school. You don't remember
Yeah,
anything.
exactly.
It's all BS. And then, like, if it was actually helpful, we would know what we want to do. But they're like, oh, you'll figure it out in college. But it's the same exact thing here.
Dude,
I mean,
that's
bro.
the thing. Like, and they'll tell you like, oh, you'll figure it out later. I think I forget, there was a statistic that I saw a while back that said that most people don't end up working in the field that they majored in.
Exactly.
And that shit blew my mind because I'm like, yo, what's the point of even going? Like,
most of the courses I'm taking, I'm never gonna use. Like, only a few courses I found value in. And one thing I'm fortunate for is, like, look, one thing I'm really happy about is me having this view on education stuff. And I have a scholarship to college, so I'm really happy that I'm not, having to. It would really suck if I had to, like, work to pay for that when I don't completely believe in it, because like most of the courses I'm taking are not helpful, bro. It's just like most of the courses in the degree plan are just to get the credit and to give money to the department, right? But we're never going to use it. It's really frustrating. All these years, I used to think, oh, college will be so different. I'm only going to learn what I'm interested in. It's a complete opposite. I don't like only like 6 classes. Only one's like something you're
man. You're
more freedom.
You're a sophomore, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Yeah. Because when I was a freshman, dude, like I remember they had me in history, like English. I was like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I just like now I'm taking the same classes except I'm paying for them. And I was like, dude, this shit makes no sense.
It's like what is it? We're paying for high school all over again just for a little more freedom and just for parties. I don't go to parties because I don't fuck with the people there. Bro, I went to one college party, just one. And then I was like, oh, fuck this shit. I mean, I went.
Yeah.
I could not believe how people were acting. It was disgusting. Dude, I don't even want to remember that. It was horrible. I left after like 20 minutes. It was bad. It was so bad. Like, I don't know how people find that to be fun. They weren't even talking. They were just all grinding on each other and just smoking the whole time and getting high. And 3 people were vomiting. I was like, yo, I'm done, bro. I'm done.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it all comes back to the instant gratification mindset. People aren't thinking big picture, especially at a young age.
Right.
And, like, obviously, like, you can get your life together, like, further on down the line. But it's like, why not start now? Imagine, like, if you set that foundation. Because I still think about, when I was, like, 16 and I started working, it's like, damn, imagine if I had just saved my money instead of, like, spending it in all this dumb shit. It's like, I could have been in such a better position. It's never too early. And that's why, I'm really glad that the majority of my supporters are younger than me. I can really put people on game.
Exactly. We're able to help people like who are younger than us, like try to do the things we're doing as well, right? Exactly. So yeah, I agree with you, bro. Let's see. I think that some people are asking questions. Let's see if anyone has any questions.
Okay.
I remember someone was saying that they want us to talk about law of attraction.
Yeah, I saw that one earlier. I don't know if you have anything to say about that. Well, I'll let you start.
Yeah, here's the thing with the law of attraction. First of all, the law of attraction basically states you basically get what you give out to the world, right?
Yeah.
And if you're taking care of yourself, if you're doing good things for other people, guess what's going to come back to you? The same thing. If you take care of yourself, people who take care of themselves will be around you. It's just whoever you attract. You are who you attract. If you're someone who's really focused on yourself and really appreciating life, the people around you will slowly becoming that. You're going to slowly start cutting out people who don't do that, all the toxic people from your life, and everyone in your life will be the same. And especially if you're on semen retention, it's the most powerful manifestation tool. Crazy things just start happening. You think about someone, I can't tell you how many times this happened. I just think about someone, like I haven't talked to him for weeks or months, and then randomly they call me an hour later. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, like, that's happened to me too.
Yeah, one of my female friends, I hadn't talked to her in like 7 months because she was pissing me off with these stupid problems, and I said, keep that negativity away from me. I'm done with this shit. Don't call me again. And I randomly thought about her, and she calls me 2 minutes later. She's like, "Yo, you were right." I was like, "No, this isn't real. This can't be real." 7 months.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's powerful. It's really powerful. And like, my take on the law of attraction, I'm gonna just put this out there. Okay, I'm gonna just make my little reveal. I'm currently writing a book about it. Yeah, like I'm kind of in like the beginning stages of that. So I mean, I'm gonna drop as much value as I possibly can with that, and I'm gonna shift a lot of shit around. But basically, in short, the law of attraction is about programming your subconscious mind, and there's a spiritual aspect of it, and then there's the practical aspect of it. And I try to touch on both because I know that different people have different beliefs. So obviously, like, I'm spiritual. I believe that, the universe, or, whatever creator you believe in, whatever higher power you believe in, will meet you in the middle in that sense. But I also think from a practical aspect, a lot of people don't think like this, but when you program your subconscious mind, you'll identify opportunities that might have always been there to begin with, but you just didn't see them because you were programmed with, the negativity of whatever conditioning you might have received. And, say for example, right? Like if I told you to think about a yellow car, okay, and just like hold that thought in your head for a minute straight of a yellow car, visualize the make, model, all of that. I can guarantee you that within the next week, okay, unless you just hide in your house or whatever, you're gonna see a yellow car at some point, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, like that is like, it's real, like that's right there. And however you look at it, whether it's you identifying opportunities or you creating opportunities or manifesting opportunities, it works. And that's really all that matters, is that it works. And if you learn how to harness this power, like, I mean, it's limitless. I'm living proof of this. I'm living proof that you can use this power to generate an audience, to build the life that you want to live.
Exactly. Well said, dude. Well said. See, someone's talking about Gematria Effect. Yes, go check out Gematria Effect. You can see it. You can see the truth in so many things, how everything's scripted and everything. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Go a little bit more in depth on that. I haven't really looked much into that.
Okay, so Gematria Effect is run by Zachary K. Hubbard. Gematria is basically, what is it? It's from the Kabbalah, which states that God created the universe using letters, numbers, and words, and using Gematria, which is number, which each letter in the alphabet has a number associated with it. And with it, you can see how things are scripted, how sports is scripted, how events are scripted, how the news is scripted, and everything. It's crazy. It's just crazy accurate. I found out about it when Kobe Bryant passed away. Spiritual Soul was talking about it, so I went to it. It's insane, dude. Like 40, it's like 40. I printed out the whole Gematria decode of it, 40 plus pages of how it was scripted or whatever. And you will see how everything is ran. And you should definitely go check out Gematria Effect. Just search up Gematria Effect on YouTube or search up Gematria Effect News. And believe it or not, with the sports scripting, Zachary K. Hubbard this year with the NFL playoffs got every single game right. Every single game. He never got that before. It was what was it? However games there were. And before the season started, he said the Buccaneers were winning the Super Bowl.
Dude, that's crazy. Like, stuff like that, it's a rabbit hole. Yeah. Like I feel like once you get started with it, you're just gonna want more and more and more.
Yeah.
And it's very, very wild. I saw I've seen like maybe comments, especially related to Kobe, when that happened. And that was like my introduction to it. I haven't really looked much into it. I might have to check more of that out. But I heard you mention Spiritual Soul. Who are like some people that influenced you on your journey with doing YouTube?
Soul has to be the number one influence. Like Soul, I credit Soul for this because it was crazy back when Soul was making videos started. The reason why he became spiritual is because his ex was putting him through a rough time. And what's crazy is the same thing was happening to me. At the same time, I was going through a toxic relationship, and I was like, yo, this is so stupid. This relationship's retarded. I need to get out of it, right? It's just a waste of my time, right? Yeah. He's going through the same thing. And then my brother, my brother's a huge Solo Minati fan, and he started watching. He's like, yo, check out this NoFap vid. After I was like watching, yo, he's right. And I started NoFap right away. I dumped my ex, and we ended things. And then Soul's the reason why I started all this. And Soul's pretty awesome. And the thing is, for anyone who knows who he used to be, to see Soul become from Soul Illuminati to who he is now, it's insane. Anyone can do it. He proved that anyone can become spiritual and become a better person.
Exactly. I mean, he definitely he definitely was a big inspiration for me too, because at the time I was creating content that I felt like didn't reflect me as a person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was making public interviews, Tinder videos, and basically I was like acting for the camera. And I didn't, you know, I'm not an actor. Like that's not my thing.
Right.
And I was like, dude, like I don't know like if I can do this, but like it's either this or, you know, work at H&M, because I was working at H&M at the time. And it's like, you know, I dropped out of college and now I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Like I was stressed out. And to see him make that transition, that showed me that, you know, you can, you know, if you just be your authentic self, anything is possible.
Exactly. Just be yourself. Like, you know, I don't know. Everything around you is literally these days is literally I don't know, formulated to make you not be yourself. It's made to make you please other people, post stuff for other people's likes, post stuff so other people be like, oh, you're cool. Who gives a shit? Don't give a fuck about what people think. And then your life will be so peaceful. Like a lot of people, like a lot of my old classmates and stuff are all, I've heard really butthurt about what I do. But look, I don't care. Like, I mean, I just don't care about what anyone thinks about me because, you know, like, look, I'm helping so many people. I'm living my best life, doing great things for myself. And every single thing I'm saying is the truth. So if you can't handle the truth, that may be your own problem, right?
Yeah.
So think about it. You know, I mean, notice a lot of people who get pissed are who get pissed about this stuff is because they just can't handle the truth. They just like they don't want to admit that the things they're doing is hurting them, and they just want to keep on living that in that bad cycle, right? So you just got to be careful about that.
Exactly. Yeah, like the one thing that really helps me out, you know, if I feel like I'm starting to put too much stock into other people's opinions, is that you cannot please everyone. You can never please everyone, no matter what you do. So
Right.
you might as well do what pleases you. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to have to live with the consequences of your actions.
You will always be the villain in someone's story. Remember that.
Yes, that's very deep. I like that. I'm gonna add that to my arsenal.
Right.
Just do what makes you happy. You know, like sometimes your parents might not agree, your friends might not agree. Who cares? Like unless you're putting somebody's well-being, you know, at risk.
If you're not hurting anyone, do what you want. Make sure you're not hurting anyone. People can talk shit all they want, but remember this: the people who talk shit are always lower than you. Remember that. They only try to bring you down. People who talk shit wish they were you because, like, look, we don't go around talking shit about people because we're happy with who we are. The people who talk shit are because they wish they could be us, right? I mean, think about it.
That's a fact. I've never had a hater that was doing better than me in life.
Exactly, bro. And that's the point. All my haters, especially people I know, are all mainly pissed that I talk about NoFap and stuff because they're all porn addicts and they all like in the past they used to tell me if you don't watch porn you're weird and stuff. So they're all really mad because they can't stop. So imagine a porn addict talking shit about someone who's given up porn and is on retaining their energy and helping other people get rid of their addiction. Who really is the winner there, right? So it kind of shows why they're talking shit.
Exactly. Crabs in a bucket.
Exactly. And y'all gotta realize this. Look, all of us on this spiritual journey, all y'all in the comments watching, you may feel alone sometimes, but remember, there's always people like you. Just because you can't find them in person doesn't mean they aren't out there. There's always, look, just go on YouTube. You'll see so many people. It's just that we're like this minority of the population. We're basically like a different breed at this point. So it's normal that we're not finding people like us. Not everyone will think like us with the way society is. Just remember there are always people like you. And just to make sure that you're focused on yourself, the people will come to you. Don't worry about that, right?
Exactly. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. All right, so we're going to go ahead and answer one more question. Let's pick a really, really good one to close the stream off. I know that, you know, not a lot of people were in here when you introduced yourself, so I want to let you, you know, tell these people who you are before we answer the last question.
So yeah, I'm Spiritual Dhruv. I make a lot of content on my YouTube channel about NoFap, semen retention, motivation, self-care, everything. Basically, it's just all motivation and helping people become better versions of themselves. Subscribe if you want to see that content. And I a lot of new content coming out this week as well. So yeah.
Definitely. All right, so let's I'm gonna let you pick the last question. You're on a roll.
All right, let's see. All right, y'all ask a good question. Hmm. What if? What do you want? Do you want to talk about this? What if everyone took the time to train their mind, or wait? I think this is a good one. How do I overcome jealousy when others receive their manifestation? That's a good one. Okay, so manifestation is all about, you, like I said, like we said, you, I don't know, attract what you're thinking, and you attract who you are at that moment. So if you're feeling jealous about something like that, it's because you need to focus on more inner work. You shouldn't be thinking. Manifestation doesn't happen if you like think about manifestation. That's the whole thing. Manifestation means you're not thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
If you really, really want it, that means like you're desperate for it, so you won't get it. But if you just like, you feel like, I'm really happy with what I am right now, I'm really happy with what I have, and you're like, it would be nice to have it, then it'll happen. Just don't focus too much on it. Just focus on yourself. Don't focus on any of those things. Don't focus on other people's journeys. We all have different journeys. So remember that.
Exactly. One of the best quotes that I've ever heard. It's a very simple quote. Changed my life though completely. This is the quote that got me to delete social media. Got me to focus more on myself and focus on creating the best content that I can create and just being who I am. Comparison is the thief of joy. Okay, if you compare yourself to other people, you will never be happy, no matter what you have. Okay, I could give you $1 million. Matter of fact, I'll tell you a quick little story. So a few days ago, I don't know if you guys know, but if you want to test drive a Tesla, you can do that for free. Okay, so I've done that a few times. I took my girl out to test drive a Tesla with me. And, driving the car, like I felt really good. It's like, this is my dream car. This is the car that I want. But then I saw somebody driving a Lamborghini. I was like, damn. Like I started thinking about it like, damn, like, should I dream bigger? And it's like, I had to catch myself because it's like, it's very easy to compare yourself, but it's a slippery slope and it never ends. You'll never have enough. You'll never have enough because there's always going to be somebody with something more than what you have. Okay. Even if you have the most money in the world, there's going to be somebody out there with peace of mind. And as long as you're comparing yourself to other people, you don't have peace of mind. So, focus on not comparing yourself, but also understanding that when you see somebody else's manifestation come true, that can usually be a sign from the universe that, you should remain faithful in the process. And, it's on the way. Just be patient. Patience is very difficult, but that's why you have to, remove the instant gratification from your life as much as you can and focus on the big picture and just enjoying the moments and focus on, getting to that point slowly but surely. Slow progress is better than no progress. And with every moment that passes by, you're one moment closer to receiving that manifestation. So really well said. That's the way that I look at it.
Be grateful for everything you have. Be grateful for all the time. And then you'll realize life is going to be amazing. And also, dude, are you like a car enthusiast or what?
I wouldn't call myself an enthusiast, but I do like cars for sure.
Okay, because I'm like a hardcore car guy. I like live and breathe cars. So yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Yeah, I don't know. I do like cars. I'll say that. Yeah. I love cars.
They're awesome.
Yeah, but thank you guys for stopping by. This was a great stream.
It was honestly. Awesome.
This was a great stream. Great energy, a lot of positivity, a lot of value. Go check out his channel. I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself one more time for anybody else who just joined.
So yeah, search on my channel, Spiritual Dhruv, and I'm also on Instagram too. Just search up Spiritual Dhruv there. On Instagram, I post a bunch of motivational content and a ton of stuff about cars too. But on my channel, I talk about no-fap, semen retention, motivation, all those things. And if you're someone who's on learning about semen retention, you're gonna find a lot of you find a lot of new content on my channel to help you. I have over 50 videos. So yeah. And also on Thursdays, I do a live stream called NoFap Hotline with one of my friends named Ahana, another channel, and check that out too. It's like where you can call in. We have like a talk show about NoFap where you can call in and ask questions and stuff. So if you're interested, search it out on Thursday. So yeah.
That's really dope. All right, so I'm going to have the link to his channel in the description. And go ahead and comment on the stream, and I'm going to pin your comment so that, everyone can find you. Go subscribe to his channel. Okay, great energy, great enthusiasm, all of that. But I got to get to work. Got this video to edit.
Yeah,
I
for
know
sure.
you got some work to do too. You're in college
Yeah.
and doing YouTube. That's
Mhm.
crazy. So yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. And
Yeah. Thanks for having
deuces,
me, man.
sir.